What to say? Hello, guys. I was like, oh man, the video or the screen wasn't coming up. Let's see. I am a little bit out of place. There we go. Should be better. I think. Yeah, okay, there we go. Hello, guys. Welcome. I've got some more septic flesh today. I'm hoping that I can get some Ragefire Chasm in. That'd be nice. Ronan is on the bed. Oops. Yeah, it's fine. We can go this way. He's staring at me on the other side of the bed. So, he doesn't want to be on camera today. He wants to just be over on the side. He has his little paws tucked away. I have music on, you can't hear. Well, the song is like ended. Can you hear it now? There you go. Yeah, it was just like the end of a song. So it got like super quiet. Oh, for some reason I thought I had already talked to him. I gotta go talk to him and then go back again. But yeah, I want to see if I can do Ragefire today. Dungeons are always dangerous. But I'm hoping, since I'm level 16, that even if things don't go great, that I can escape. Because I'm a rogue and have sprint. So I can just roach out, you know? Arc when? Oh my god. Eventually, at some point in time. Honestly, I thought you enjoyed it. Don't you miss your dinos? I do enjoy Arc, but WoW is my favorite game. So I like to play this. And people are playing this right now. So it's nice that I can actually play with people. Like, the game feels nice and full right now. A lot of people around. So Arc will still be there. And I play that single player, so I'd rather play that when, you know, there's kind of lulls in WoW. But WoW is popping off right now, so I will enjoy the population while it's here. But yeah, I do really like Arc. And I had got the newer version of the game too. The issue is like with Arc too though, like if I'm playing it, it's really easy for me to start playing and then it be like 4 hours later and I'm like, oh my god, where did my entire day go? Like I get too like enveloped in the game. Whereas like WoW, it's easier for me to like get up every half hour and go do something else. And Arc, I'm like, no, I just need to get this done. I just need, like, it's always like just one more thing that I need to do in Arc. And I always end up like, oh, well, I lost this dino, so now I need to tame a replacement for that. And then I died, and then, well, I gotta replace that body. Well, I gotta go save the dinosaurs that died at that body. Like, there's always something. And then it just, like, chains indefinitely, and then your entire night is gone. I don't really have that problem in WoW. Everybody has their favorite game, you know. Alright, we have all the quests except for this Thunder Bluff one, so we will look for a group. What the hell? Okay, apparently people don't really like to do dungeons on hardcore. I've never seen the list so tiny. I guess I will start the group since there are no groups out. Okay. Makes sense, yeah. I do need to find a rogue vendor. I don't know where the hell the rogue vendors are. They're in here. Can I go down this other way? Go this way. Fizzy water is not, like, super enjoyable to drink when it's warm, I gotta say. I thought I had one in the fridge and it was not in the fridge. It's kind of like trying to drink air. It's very strange. Let's see. I don't really want to invite another lower level mage. I feel like the lower level you invite, the more risky it is. Like, technically you can start at 13, but like just to do these quests it suggests 16. So I'm not really interested in inviting somebody below that. I don't really care if it was like on the normal version, but when we're doing hardcore, especially as a mage, like they're just gonna resist everything. It's not like a healer or something where they don't need to hit. Yeah, if you're gonna be lower level than the enemies in hardcore, that's not really a great time. Nobody's in any guilds, so they can't ask guild people. Oh, I should empty out. I forgot. I forgot I was going to train. I should also empty out my bags. I got too much shit. I was gonna start that dungeon and immediately have full bags. That would not have been good. Oh, I have a road quest. Why didn't that show up? It's not showing up for questy. I require training, sir. Alright. Well, I got one. I got one. One skill. I'm so poor. Oh my god. What is this quest? Xandozan. Determination alone is not enough to overcome the obstacles that lay ahead of us. Speak with Xandozan. Begin your training as an operative of the Shattered Hand. It's only when you have mastered the practices of stealth and thievery that you may take the next steps towards your destiny. Okay. I don't really know what that means, but alright. No, I'm not inviting a level 14 tank. You're crazy. I couldn't imagine being a warrior and hardcore being like, yeah, I hit level 14. Time to tank RFC. That's gonna go well. Absolutely not. Oh, Xander's right here. What did he say? Xandazan of the Shattered Hand. How can Xandazan help you? He can't. He won't. Perhaps Xandazan was wrong. Xandazan apologizes. To Partos. Okay, that's an interesting quest there. I'm not desperate enough. If I can't get a reasonable tank, I just won't do RFC. Not worth. Alright, let me go to the bank. I like these two groups of 4 DPS in them. That's interesting. Guess they decided they either don't need a tank or they don't need a healer. I have good potions for in here too. Make some bandages. Oh, they took that level 14 tank. No thanks. I feel like I'm gonna see that they died. Says he has a tank with him too. What's his name? Oh, 15. Oh no, level 15 tank. It's tough because the healer's only 14. But the tank is only 15. Alright, well, let's just say, it's easy enough for me to roach out. It was their decision to come in here knowing, that we kind of think that's not really high enough, so I will just fucking sprint away. If they can't handle it, if they can't tank it, if they can't heal it, that's on them. That's not me. I will leave. Not my problem. I don't have a lot of room for anything. Damn. I really need this. Okay, good enough. Okay. Somebody left. Oh, now there's a level 17 healer. Damn. They really just did a 5-person. I don't know if he went. Tried to invite him. Yeah, most people won't even like join if they aren't 16 plus. Who is Kajera? Kajera. Alright, I got a target dummy, I got bandages, potions, bombs, and sprint. Yeah, they're just all telling me, I did this at level 14. I had a level 14 shaman tank, and I'm like, okay, dude, but like people won't join the group because you are lower level than the enemies in the dungeon. And it's hardcore. And people die even when it's not hardcore on higher level characters. So are you really like surprised that people don't want to invite level 14s who are 3 levels lower than the mobs that they need to hit? 10-hour Christmas special stream. Is the Christmas special me dying on stream? Because that's what would happen if I tried to stream for 10 hours. I don't know, these guys are giving me sussy vibes. I'm keeping my sprint on the ready. Wait, let me fix my gear. Can you fix gear? Who can fix gear?
What can I do for you?
Okay.
Go forth to victory.
It's my first run here, and wow, what is the next dungeon and what level do I need for it? What the fuck? Why would you play hardcore as the first as the first version of the game? He said, I like the challenge. Only play games like Escape from Tarkov and stuff like that. So yes, his first run is this. And he's decided that he should do hardcore WoW, where his character will die if he fucks up, not the normal version of the game, where that does not matter if you die. Whatever, dude. I'll just fucking leave. Like, out of everybody here, it's the easiest for me to just leave, so that's on them. Everybody is aware of the type of people that are in the group. Lava death? You think the hunter is gonna die in the lava? said, "Can I get fort?" And the hunter says, "I don't know what that is, but yes." Oh my god. Okay. See how this pack goes. Oh, he's gonna sheep it. Okay. Oh, is that so? Oh, I know. You have such a tough life. I keep thinking that there's like some advantage to me being in stealth behind these guys, but there's not. Other than the pickpocketing, I guess technically. Jill Mick, hey, how's it going? How have you been? No energy. Good, busy? How about you? Enjoying some hardcore WoW? Yeah, I've been playing a lot of classic and hardcore. Have you been playing any hardcore? Are you still doing I think you were doing Season of Discovery, right? Or at least classic. Been having fun with it though. I got into this group and the hunter is like, "This is my first dungeon ever." I was like, "Oh, okay." No place to learn like the place that everybody loses their character if you don't do it right. This is like somebody that queues up League of Legends and they're like, "Alright, first match ranked." Except everybody loses their account when you don't do good in the match. So one of the things I absolutely fucking hate about classic Rogue is that if you switch targets, you lose all of your combo points. So if you like tab to kick somebody, like, it just fucking sucks. You did the first 2 Season of Discovery releases, but quit when the third came out? Okay, yeah. I thought that you were playing SOD. I kind of stopped playing when they did the second one. But I kind of wish that I kept doing it. Oh, I didn't mean to tab. Yeah, the losing the combo points from tabbing is so rotten. I'm so glad they changed that later on. But yeah, SOD seemed like it was really fun, and I really like that it could be like a shaman tank. I really wanted to try that, because I like shaman a lot. But I ended up not continuing because I went back to NA, but now I have my EU account again. Can I actually do this? Do I have to be behind them? Oh, sorry. Yeah. It seemed like they were adding a lot of cool stuff this season in Discovery. I just didn't have my EU account and I didn't feel like remaking the characters because it takes so long. I mean, it's faster, I think, in SOD than Classic, but... It seemed like not as many people were playing it, even though they had some cool stuff in there. I thought like the addition of the shaman tanks and the warlock tanks and the mage healers, like that was all really cool, and I wish that they would bring that into retail. I'm not sure why they haven't. I kind of hope they are. It's just taking longer because it's harder to balance on retail. They might have like a higher standard of like how balanced things are on retail versus like kind of a silly version of the game, you know? I really enjoyed the first part. It was slow enough for me to keep up, but the second part ended shortly after I hit max level. Yeah, I felt like the first season was a good amount of time. It wasn't like enough time for people to actually not feel like they were super fucking far behind, because I think that kills people's like will to play, because that's kind of how I felt like both when TBC came out, like the re-release, and when Wrath came out, the re-release, like because like on fucking like day 2 or something, they had already killed like so many of the raid bosses. I was just like, I felt like I was so far behind already, and I was like, that hasn't even started yet, and it feels like it's defeated. So I didn't really like that. But I felt like season 1, you had enough time to, you know, gear and not be so far behind everybody else. And then by the time I actually wanted to come back and play it again, then I felt like I was too far behind because I didn't have any of the glyphs, the level was too high, the gear was too high, like so it felt like I couldn't catch up anymore. Alright. So much time for the heavy players, yeah. I figured by the time I hit max level in season 3, season 4 would be halfway done. Yeah, that's what I felt like. I was like, it feels too far away now. I think that's why a lot of people came back to this re-release Classic is because they still did want to play Classic, but something happened when they originally released it that they didn't have the time to play it then. And then it's been too far. Like, everybody is in, like, you know, Nax gear and stuff. It feels like everything's a desert. You're just by yourself. So you don't want to play. Even though you want to play Classic, you don't want to, like, play by yourself, essentially, because it's so far, too many years in. So, but it seems like there's a lot of people playing right now, and I think it was a really good idea to just do the single servers. I think they always keep making this mistake of having too many servers. They end up dying out, and then by the time they fix it, like, the people have already just quit. But I understand they probably did it just because they didn't have, like, the technology to deal with the amount of people that would be playing. But it still sucked. Whether it was a tech reason or a conscious choice, it didn't matter. The result was that it was too little too late in making sure that the server stayed a healthy population. BRD was such a fun raid. I didn't get to do that as the raid. Alrighty. At least the tank knows what he's doing. He pulls quick too. It is really surprising to me the amount of people who have chosen to play hardcore for the first time, or have chosen to play World of Warcraft for the first time, but have chosen hardcore as their first version of the game to play. It's just crazy to me. What's he doing? Man, we just tear this shit apart. I kind of almost feel like the hunter's lying, though, to be honest. I feel like he was just saying shit. Hardcore is brutal. I played a bunch when it first released, but never made it past 21. I got you beat by 1 level. I made it to 22. I didn't die at 22, I just stopped playing. But the result is the same. Oops. I kicked the void walker. That's so bad. "22 hacker rate." Yeah. I think it was on my mage, so. What the hell is that mob doing? What the Some crazy shit. Yeah, I feel like the cloth cut both ways here because like there's a lot of people who are insanely good at this and like really know what they're doing, which seems like it for these people, even though they're 15 and 14, like they perform better than like some 17 or 18s. But other times you'll get like level 18s and they'll somehow fucking die because they're just insanely bad. Like it's super new people and then like super experienced people, and that's why people won't like invite the lower level ones because you don't know what you're getting. Shaman. I did have a shaman on hardcore in that one. That was the only one I had that died. That was lower level. It's so easy to get like super fucked on a shaman because everything resists nature damage. I feel like every third spell that I cast on my shaman gets resisted. I like how I gouged this one. And the mage immediately frost bolts him. It was the best. Okay. Good stuff. I used gouge. I didn't really need to. I think we're okay, but I did press it. I've used it successfully. Went into an alliance camp and the guards got me. Oh man. That's the worst. It was in like Hillsbrad. I see a lot of people die to the South Shore guards and the ones in Arathi. Should have asked if they had any of the quests. I forgot to ask. Since he's a Tauren, he might have had them. Whoops. Oh well. It would have been a good one to have. We also apparently don't know what the skull means since the main one is almost dead. Damn. I forgot to ask for quests. So bad. I was like so distracted like of whether or not I wanted to just like disband the whole group. I was like, what are we doing here? What am I doing with my life? This priest is getting mad gear. Ashamale was headed along the south to get my wind totem and found this weird wall, and all of a sudden I was getting shot. Did you run into the Warsong Gulch thing? Like their Warsong Gulch entrance or something? I think I can just run back if he has it though, just like picking up a satchel or something. Mm. Mm. What are we getting rid of here? No. Watch meat. Some outpost, Stardust Spire? Hmm. Ooh, look at that dagger. Nice. And we can put this one here. So I can still backstab, I guess. I don't think I... Unfortunately, I won't complete that quest. Oh, inventory full. Alright, well, turns out it was all okay. Unfortunately, I did not do this quest. What does this give me? Alright, all it did was give me 7 silver, but the other one I think gave me something cool if I turned it in. So that's unfortunate. But none of them have it anymore to share. That went way smoother than I thought it would, considering the levels. I don't even have like non-hardcore runs go this smooth in Ragefire. I feel like I'm in here for like 3 hours when I do this on my non-hardcore character. Take like 20 hours to pull one pack. This guy's like chain pulling even in hardcore. I don't know if you're able to do the dungeon more than once on hardcore. When I was doing like the solo self-found version before, you could only do a dungeon one time. It's a daily lockout, okay. So technically, I could try again tomorrow. Oops, can't spell. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of doubting that the new guy was actually new. I think the dungeons or group quests actually get easier in hardcore since everyone is overleveled and uses potions. Not that group. They were level 14 and around 15. But I think a lot of groups, like I was having difficulty inviting people because I had a level 14 and a 15 in the group. And they would have like notes in there that they're only doing level, you can see here, it says level 16 plus group only. So there's definitely people who will only join when they are over leveled. I don't really expect the group to be over leveled, but I kind of want like the people in my party to at least be the level of the quest. So like my quests were 16, so I kind of did want people to be 16 because you never know like what is the skill level of this person? The only information you have to go off is their level. So but yeah, I think most people tend to try to get an over leveled group, but it was kind of bizarre. Like there was like level 13 signing up. There's a level 14 tank that signed up. I was like, no, thank you. All right, that was very quick. Like finding a group and finishing it took only how long did it take? When did I start? Took me less than an hour, so that's a speed run in my book. I can't believe how long it takes to get anything done normally. Alright, we can pick locks now, that's cool. I think under leveled is perfect to be honest. My groups so far were extremely boring. Gotta spice things up. Not an interesting enough run unless you gotta throw down a target dummy and sprint for your life. Alright, we can put that one away. Maybe auction this. We don't need this. I like how, like, there's so many items in the game that auction for the same price that they vendor. And I'm like, do the people not understand that they're losing money from putting the listing up? Because it costs money to put the listing up. Do they not understand that there's a deposit to put the listing up? So when you put up an item for the same amount that it costs to vendor it, you are losing money. If it sells. And that's only if it sells. Otherwise, you're like super losing money. Because then you didn't even get that amount. People are crazy. Where people put stuff up underneath the vendor value, and I'm just like, why? And then I buy all their stuff and I vendor it. I see it a lot on retail, and I'm like, oh, this is significantly less than it vendors for, and you have like a giant stack of it on here. I'm definitely gonna buy that and just vendor it. Make some easy money. It makes it at least challenging, yeah. Oh, believe me, some of these groups can be real challenging. I feel like I was in a whaling cavern for like 3 hours the other day. I don't even know how many times the tank died. It was just like crazy. It'd be like a whole pack, like 4 enemies, right? And the warrior was like lower level than them, like 2 or 3 levels lower than the mobs. And he would just charge in. And like the healer's like, 50 feet back drinking. And the warrior's like, I'm gonna charge into that pack of 4 that's several levels higher than me. And then just die. And then be like, question mark? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why are you surprised that you died? I don't know. What did you think was gonna happen? And then he just kept doing this the whole dungeon. Question mark? Why did I die? He would not only do this, okay? He would do this as an orc, because it's always an orc warrior, right? So they would charge in and press Blood Fury against a pack of 4 while the healer's drinking. And I'm just like, you are going to die. And on top of that, he was, the mage was putting dampen magic on our tank, which decreases the amount of healing that they take. And I'm like, tank, click that off. That Wailing Caverns was, yeah, it was so fucking bad. The auctioneers have to live off something as well, yeah. The auctioneers are making off like bandits off the stupidity of the players. I need a bag, like so bad. Can I just like make some more? Just make some more powder. Maybe I can use it for something. Just gotta get rid of one of those stacks. It's too many. Hey, he was just being brave. I don't like. There's a fine line between brave and stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bravery requires like a little bit of stupidity, but there's a point where it's no longer bravery and it's just stupidity. Sounds like the perfect group to me. Oh my god, it was so bad. He would always die, like, after my soulstone went off. Yes, we cycled through several soulstone. It took, a whole bunch of them. There's a half-hour cooldown on it, and I think I did it like 3 or 4 times on him, so. Oh, you had another Wailing Caverns adventure? I thought you were talking about the one with the 2 tanks we did, and neither tank ever had aggro. No, I wasn't talking about that one. That one fucking sucked too. No, this is a different one. I think. Was it? Was it the one we did together? It might have still just been that one. But he would still charge in and die. It might have been that one. I can't remember, but it might have been. It was a bad time, regardless.
How may I aid you?
Can I? Oh, this is like a sample to bring back. I can get rid of that. Sometimes they all just meld together, you know, like all the bad Wailing Caverns, just one amalgam of horror. But yeah, it was I don't know if it was the same one. It couldn't have been the group with you because there was a mage putting dampen magic on people, and I feel like you would have remembered if you were putting dampen magic on people. It was the mage in ours, and it wasn't dampen. Okay, yeah, it had to be. So it was two completely separate, horrible Wailing Caverns. It was just so bad. Yeah, a mage was trying to convince me that the tank was dying because he didn't have dampen magic on him, and I'm like, he's dying because you're putting dampen magic on him, and he's pressing Blood Fury when he enters combat and charges into 4 elites, and you don't sheep anything. That's why. It was bad. How much is Earth Root? Alright, this is 580, but it cost me 80 copper to deposit, so we're vendoring this. None of these exist. Maybe I can make this like 7? I wonder if people will buy this. Let's see. But yeah, I was quite surprised that the mage was arguing that the 10 reduced magic damage would help over the 20 reduced healing that he was also getting while dying every pull. He's dying because he's taking too much magic damage. Let me reduce his healing by 20. Wait, why wasn't this one on there? I didn't see that in the auctionator. What the hell? To be honest, sometimes these group are more fun because they get so upset. It was not fun. It was like 3 hours of hell. Sometimes it's funny, but like when you've been in the same dungeon for forever, you're just like, please fucking get me out of this hell. It's so bad. But I mean, sometimes it's funny if they're bad and you just laugh at them, but because it's tiring when you've just been in the same dungeon for an eternity dealing with this person and like they're just not getting it. You can leave, and then you have to do the entire Wailing Caverns all over again with possibly a worse tank. So you can leave, but it doesn't guarantee that the next run will be better or that the next group will be better. It could be worse. I mainly will stay if it feels like we can finish the dungeon. If it seems like the group is so insanely bad that we won't even be able to complete the dungeon, then I would leave, but I don't really feel like I've been in a group like that in a long time. Usually I'm like, okay, you know, like I just don't want to. It takes a long time to even form a group and get everybody to get in the fucking dungeon in the first place. So, I mean, in that case, it might have been faster to just get a new group and start over. Because we actually had started clearing it, and because the tank had not come, he reset the dungeon and made us redo the whole first area again because he formed the group and was already next to the dungeon but kept questing while we got there, which only took like a couple of minutes. And then like 20 minutes later was like, no summon. And I was like, you've been in the Barrens questing this whole time. Like, you couldn't, you were already here. So he reset the dungeon and made us do the fucking first part over again. Yeah, likely worse. He never asked for a summon, by the way. He just continued questing next to the dungeon. And then 20 minutes later was like, why didn't you no summon? Huh? Like, we've been talking this whole time and like asking him questions and stuff, and he's just ignoring us, so we just started like clearing trash and things. But I don't think I need small spider legs for anything. Let's hand this. What is worse than that? The only thing worse than that is just not finishing the dungeon at all. Oh man, I was so sad though because the one time I killed the big fern boss or whatever, the swamp creature thing, and I won the staff, but I jumped down the water and my inventory was full, so I got the staff and I had to run back through the whole fucking dungeon to go pick up the staff, and like everything respawns along the way, so I'm like trying not to die, running back alone trying to get the staff. It was rotten. I suggest making sure that your inventory is not full if you roll on anything on that last boss before you jump down, so you don't have to run through the whole dungeon again. Let's see. I thought it was a shaman for a moment. I was playing my shaman in the other version of the game. I had been leveling warlock for a while and I got her to like 23 or something, and then I felt the call of the elements, you know. I was like, I gotta play shaman. I gotta look up to my boy Thrall. The inspiration. The number one. Back when he was a Chad, you know. When he was a real shaman. Okay, we got that one handed in. Somehow I didn't hand in that one. I walked past him. I feel like my questie's been acting up because like I will pick up items and my questie will not register that I have picked up the item, so the like quest won't show as complete, which is really annoying because then I run around like, oh my god, where's that item? And then it's in my bags. Or even sometimes I'll have the items in my bag and I'll go to the quest person and it'll look like I don't have the quest complete. Like it'll show like it's still silver, it's not yellow, like completed. And then I talk to them and I'm able to complete the quest because I do have the item. I don't really know what's going on. It's getting messed up. Did you update? It's just been like on and off basically since I've started. So I've updated several times, but it always seems like every day there's something else weird going on with it. Because that wasn't something today. It was like last week when I was having that. What is this one? Oh, do I get another one? Yes. Get another fancy weapon. More upgrades. Increase Orgrimmar. There's a severe lack of guilds randomly inviting me though in Classic that like I've just become used to. that they just don't do anymore. Usually you run around, especially on retail, just everybody spam invites you as soon as you come online. If you don't have a guild. Man, these spells are getting expensive and my wallet's looking kind of light. I'm not a very good thief. I gotta start robbing people. Been too kind. Need people to clutch their purses a little tighter. I was spending a lot of time in Silverpine though, and it was a lot of those. It was a lot of like animals and the Worgen things, so you can't pickpocket any of that. And it's too slow to stealth to like pickpocket things in RFC. Like stuff would be half dead by the time I would walk to it in there.
Welcome to Orgrimmar. Have you come to serve the Horde?
Alright, we got some upgrades. We got 2 new weapons. I imagine that I should use a dagger and then the sword in the offhand. Like, I think normally you would use 2 swords. And maybe not backstab or ambush, but if I still want to have backstab, then maybe I want the dagger. Because, like, when you're fighting things one-on-one, like, you can't really backstab. But when you're in a dungeon, you can backstab more often. I don't know, I didn't really play Rogue. Like back in the day, so I'm not sure. We'll have to look it up later. Revenging this one. Let me go check the food person.
Speak, friend.
I think small spider leg is only for the night elves. Alright, what's this one? So we got faint. What did I do here? Where did I put? I have different key bindings for all of my characters and it's not good. I put them in some really questionable places. Alright, we got faint, we got gouge, sinister strike, evasion, backstab, sprint. Let's just pick lock. Okay, yeah, that was it. The other one was eviscerate. I forgot. We won something? Got some mail? Alright, I am almost level 17. Do I want to go back here? Oh no, man. Fenris Isle. See, it's a place. I'm definitely not doing fucking Aragos probably like that. That's where you go to die. This doesn't give me a weapon, so I'm not doing it. I ain't doing that. That's where you die at. I feel like you'd have to have a full group to do that area. And sometimes I almost feel like having a full group is work because I always like back into shit and pull more mobs.
Relax.
What are you looking
Careful,
for?
man.
Strength.
Alright, we have all the recipes. I could go to the Barrens. I think it might make more sense for me to go to the Barrens, to be honest. There's a lot of lower level quests I can do. And then go back when I am a little bit higher over here. Because, yeah, this is like 17. Yeah, maybe I can come back at like level 19 because the gnolls on this island are also level 19, so. What did I? Silver pine. Oh, this one. Ooh, look at me. Some real nice pants though. This pants are. I think I have to run there though. What did I get? Yeah, a little bit of money. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go to the Barrens. It's our next adventure. I'm gonna take my break real quick, guys, and then we will start a new orange adventure into the Barrens. I think that was the worst heck joke that I've seen yet. Now that's truly horrendous. I'm dead alright from the cringe. Wait, you didn't catch another fish again? Man, you got no fishes today. Thank you. Guess you don't get to eat. Don't catch any fish. You can't eat any food. No fishy nuggies for you. Went to the grocery store today. I didn't take a picture of it. I was going to, but they they have packages of things called adventure weenies. And there's adventure nuggies too, but the adventure weenies. They're like, you can eat them hot or cold. Enjoy your hot and cold adventure weenie. It was in German, but it was funny. Bite-sized weenies for your children. I just want to stab it. Okay, I guess I can grab this quest, because this makes me go to the crossroads, so that's just some easy free reputation, and I'll also discover these areas, so that's good too. A lot of troll hunters. Yeah, I definitely feel like somehow Shaman is one of the most dangerous characters to play in hardcore, because they just like, you can fight things pretty normally on them, and then if they just start resisting, or like you get too many resists in a row, it's just over. Whereas other times, if you don't get resisted, like they beat the shit out of things, so you get like overconfident in like what you're able to fight, and then just like get completely screwed on a couple of resists. Really, the only thing they have going to try and get away in that situation, though, is that at least they have like an Earthbind, but if you have the mana for it. Can't wait though until I'm out of these areas, because my god, I'm sick of the orange, but I have so much time in the Barrens to do. This is normally what I do the undead area instead. So orange is just like glaring. We're a creature of the night. We don't want this orange sun. I think almost everything but warrior is fine. Yeah, I guess like warrior kind of has the same thing where like they can charge in, and things just start like parrying. They're like, guess I'll just die. Too many parries, too many dodges. It's like, alright, well, I can hamstring them. I can try to hamstring them. Because they can resist that too.
Mukra, victory! Brawlhalla.
I think if this character dies, I'll try a warrior. I'm interested in trying. But we'll see if this character dies or not. Ronan is losing his mind out there. Why have you not let me in yet? Do I need that, really? No, I don't really need that. I'm not gonna be killing that many scorpions that'll get that anyway. I kind of wish that I could go to the PvP server afterwards, though. I'm sad that it goes to the PvE one. I feel like Rogue is definitely one of the best PvP classes for Classic. Cool, my speakers aren't working again. I love that. Love that for me. Broken speakers. One day, I'll get myself some speakers that plug in and not have to deal with the fucking Bluetooth shit and cutting in and out. Okay. Then you have to be picky when it comes to dungeon groups, yeah. A lot of people only want to like really invite the warriors. They're gonna be the tank. But if you're the tank, it kind of like sucks because warrior is the best tank, but a lot of the warriors don't want to tank because they don't have a lot of tools to like get away if something goes bad, and they're the most likely to die if something goes bad because they're the one that has aggro. Or they should be the one that has aggro. Whereas anybody who has range can just leave. And I can gouge and sprint away, like, or vanish once I have vanish. But a warrior's just like, guess I'll just die here. They don't have a lot to run away, so yeah, I feel like they do have to be pretty picky about their groups. Probably better if you have like a guild or something with people that you know are decent, but I don't have one of those. A lot of people don't have one. I will say this time around with like hardcore though, I see way less people in guilds, which is kind of weird. I would think that there would be more.
Sub for the horde.
Nice, level 17. Oh, I got a new row. I don't even know what I get. What's up here? Munition. I don't think I get backstab. Parry sounds good. Chance to hit also sounds very good. I don't actually know which one I get. Let's see. Man, back in the day, when this originally came out, I would have been like, I would never have looked at like a towering calculator or anything. You'd be like, "Ooh, that looks cool," and then my tree was probably like, I probably didn't even have like points in the bottom anywhere. Like, oh, I don't have enough points to get down here. We did some truly horrendous things back before everything was solved, and we still managed to make it work. Alright, it looks like deflection. Alright, parry. I was wondering if we would do the parry or if we would do precision, but I guess we're more concerned about... Well, parry also gives me kind of like more damage, right? Because we get like parry haste or something. So this is like, I think, simultaneously defensive and also offensive. Pretty sure that's a thing. I don't know the exact way that it works, but I think like if you parry somebody, then you can attack faster afterwards. Give me your money. Got a dry salt lick. Oh my god. Oh, this guy's got fairy fire. That sucks. No, don't do that to me. Oop. Oh, yeah. It's interesting, the D&D channel that I'm part of, they're debating whether or not they should do like full groups or not. Like allow full groups of people to just be like, we have a full group, somebody please DM for us. And then somebody said sure, and they're like, that defeats the whole purpose of our Discord to allow people who are having difficulty finding groups to sign up for a group when a campaign goes up. I think hardcore is more about the solo adventure, at least compared to a regular classic version. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely. I think for hardcore, it is definitely more about your like personal abilities to do things and not like doing things with other people. But at the same time, we only want to do it if there are people around. So like if the server is dead, nobody wants to do hardcore. But we want people, we still want like people adjacent to us and to feel like the world is still alive while also not actually interacting with them. But I think people are less likely to play when there's not a good population on the server. Still some more. Oop. Yeah, it's just... Let me see if I can update again. My questy is being weird. Sure, but that's why guilds are probably not as popular. Yeah. I just feel like I saw more the first time around. Like when solo self found was the thing.
For the Horde.
Okay.
Strength and honor.
Alright, yeah, I feel like it's better to do these green ones than to try to go do the yellow ones. Oh, especially since I missed out on those two quests. That way I can stay around to try and do RFC again tomorrow.
What do you need? Dabu. Go with honor.
It's probably better for me anyway, because I'm definitely struggling in the money department, so I need to do a lot of these quests to try and get some money. Hopefully I can at least beat my mage to 22, get to 23. That is way too hot. Oh boy.
Go forth to victory.
I heard for a while that the shamans were there's like a pond that people jump into when they're on the Zeppelin and people are jumping in the water, but shamans were just staying on the Zeppelin as it went back and forth and just putting water walking on people and killing them on their hardcore characters. um, which they said is actually like you actually get in trouble for that, so don't do that. It's kind of funny, but that is super griefing because a lot of people lost their characters like that. They're like, that is actually against the terms of service, and you should not do that. Get up here. Fungal spores. And Ratchet. Alright, we'll go up here, and then we'll go to Ratchet. Oh, I guess I'll do disrupt the attacks, and then we'll go to Ratchet. But yeah, people are finding very inventive ways to grief people, not realizing that the social contract has been updated in the game in the past 20 years, and that you cannot do that. It's like the thing is that people have to realize, like, when they do that stuff, it might be funny for them, or like, you know, funny for like a clipper for whatever, but that might be a person that just doesn't play WoW anymore. So that's like less population for the game, that's less revenue for the company, especially in a mode like hardcore. Like if you actually enjoy that and you're ruining the experience for somebody else, they'll stop doing things like this if they're saying, oh, well, there's not many people playing this, so we're not going to do this. So you waste somebody's time like that and kill their character and grief them at that high of a level, and they can't get that back, and then just stop playing. Especially for people who are newer. Why is it attacking me? Especially for people who are newer to the game or like playing WoW for the first time. If they get in and they're like, oh man, I got a hardcore character to 40, and then they die because somebody gave them water walking. Like they're just gonna go play another game. They're like they're not invested in WoW the way that a lot of us are that have been playing. That, you know, they're like, oh, just deal with it. It's also very different, I feel like, on a hardcore server versus if you're doing that. Yes, it's still griefing to people on a normal server, but they don't lose their character permanently, so it's a different level of griefing. One is going to cause them to be angry for, you know, a little bit. The other one is just maybe going to make them quit playing the game. And I think that's too far. I think they will not realize why they died, to be honest. I'm sure they realized why they died, or that we wouldn't know that the shamans were doing that. I would sure know why. Regardless, it doesn't matter if they know why they died or not. They're going to be upset that they died, and they don't know why they died. So I think the effect is still the same. You're going to be angry that you lost your character, whether you know why it happened or not. You might be more or less angry, knowing that it was a person or not knowing. But you're either going to be mad at Blizzard for killing your character, or you're going to be mad at a character for killing your character. Either way, you're pissed off, and your character is dead. There's so many people here. You can't get any mushrooms. We can get the Centaur quest, I guess. Totally, and it's just so many hours going down the drain. Yeah, it's... People, I think, are more willing to, like, redo it over and over. Because, I mean, it is a drain, but I think people enjoy the challenge or they wouldn't do it. But, people are more willing to keep going or to, like, you know, go again if they feel like it's something they did wrong, something that they can change. they could play better and it's a challenge versus somebody fucking put water walking on me or I disconnected. Like when you die to those types of things, it makes it feel like it was a waste because it had nothing to do with you. Like you didn't do that. Somebody else did that or the game did it. And I think those are probably two things that would really make people just like quit and not want to play anymore or not try the other versions of the game or whatever. There's a very big difference between you failing yourself and other people failing you and you have to pay for it. And I mean, there's degrees of it because, like, yeah, if you're in a dungeon and your team members fuck up, then you know you could be like, oh well, they made me die, but you are in the group too. They probably died also, but even that feels a little bit different. Like there is some play involved with that. Like you did have some agency in what was going on at least, versus a disconnect or a grief. I don't have. Alright, we're not gonna go. We're not doing this, so we move those away. I might be able to do the one because it's just picking up a book. I might be able to stealth in, depending on what level they are. But I know that there's a mob in there. I hope they implement some of disconnect protection. I wish they would. Like, considering how popular hardcore is, and like, it's promotional for the game in a way that they can't do for themselves. Like, things like OnlyFans or whatever is such a huge boost to the popularity of the game and like the visibility of the game to people who normally wouldn't know anything about WoW. So like I said, if you get new people to the game and then they die to a disconnect, they're gonna be like, fuck this game, it's not stable, it's trash, like why am I playing this? And they'll go play something else. Plenty of games that are challenging and you don't lose them because the game isn't unstable. I mean, can I try down here? Let's go over there. But I would think that they would invest more into trying to protect around disconnect deaths, or I don't know what they could do to fix it. Where they could have like a GM intervene. Like how many people are playing or dying from a disconnect that they can't implement something like that to like just res the character to where they were? Like is there no way to go back or just put them at a graveyard somewhere? Like I don't understand why they don't really have anything around that, because I think that is, for hardcore, probably the biggest complaint that people would have about it is just dying to disconnects. They have something that is not people's fault that they get punished for. I'm 100% certain I will die to a disconnect, and you're more likely to die to a disconnect if you are a mage or a warrior. So, some classes are also just more predisposed to it. Or like blinking through things, and you just fall through and die. You have to be very careful blinking on a mage, and very careful charging on a warrior. The worst ones are the warrior charge and mage blink that makes you fall to the world and die. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, there has to be a way for them to, you know, just add, like, if your character dies, right? Or let's say you have a disconnect on your stream. Is there a way for them to have a log of that? Like, oh, this account had a disconnect, like just some flag, there's a disconnect, how many times, what time, whatever. And just have an option like on the screen that says if your character is dead, just be like, oh, appeal disconnect death or something, you know, like, is that difficult? How many people are dying to disconnect deaths that they can't have somebody like look at that or automate it in some way, even if they don't want to do that? I know some people will say that like, oh, well, people abuse that, they'll like disconnect on purpose or like pull out their plug on their computer if their internet or whatever when they're gonna die or wipe in a group. But like, they're just cheating themselves. Like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, it's for your like personal achievement. So if you cheat on your own personal achievement, like, who is that hurting? It's just your character. I don't understand. Like, I think it helps more than it hurts, and it only hurts the people who cheated, in my opinion. It just cheapens their win if they do it. So their win, you know, so I really don't see any harm in that. If a person has a disconnect on their account and there was a death revolving around the time that the person disconnected, they should just be able to send an appeal for the death, have their character sent to the graveyard, the nearest graveyard, to wherever they were. And I think that would make the game significantly more enjoyable for everybody who has died to a disconnect, which is like fucking everybody. It's like, if you can't actually make the game stable enough that we're not disconnecting all the time in a game mode that only has one life, then you need to do something else. Damn, that was a spice. Oh, he got me. It's too slow. It was a spicy backstab. No, I don't want that either. You guys are the worst. You have the worst debuffs. Creeping mold, fairy fire. Gross. Alright, can I drink this yet? It was very hot. Oh my god. It's so spicy. I love ginger, but it's so spicy. I think it would take like 10 years to like respond that you're there. Guess I should like level up my bow a little bit. Oh, just close. I can't wait to hand these in for my new pants though. That'll be good. Can't wait for poisons. And vanish. So I can really roach out. I will say that Rogue has felt pretty safe to level compared to everything else that I've tried so far, because I originally in like the solo self-bound mode, I did a little bit of warrior, I did shaman, I did mage. I think I did warlock a little bit too. So this was the first time doing rogue, and honestly rogue has felt the best so far. I haven't had a lot of like, oh my god, I have like 1 HP left, whereas all of the other ones I've had a lot of, oh my god, that was close moments. I don't really know why. Give me your loot, please. Give me, give me, give me. Give me, give me. The one that felt the worst was, I think, Shaman. I think Shaman felt the worst for me. I don't know, I just felt like every single spell I cast was resisted. I was just constantly drinking, constantly barely making it through because everything was resisted all the time. I don't know if the character was just cursed or what. The warrior, I almost died on a lot, but it was usually just me being me. And honestly, the hunter was a little bit tough too. Like not like before you get a pet, it can be a little spicy. Yeah, but Rogue has felt the best. Aww. Alright, I'll get this one. I like how we're all trying to get that copper mine. Nope, don't want them. Well, I was gonna help you, but you hit both of them. Give me this one. Where's that wolf? Who am I still in combat with? What are we fighting? And I feel like having evasion makes me able to fight like some stuff that I normally would not live through. I'm supposed to shoot him. Come here. I think the issue or argument is that it could take away from the accomplishment if disconnects are easy to abuse. Yeah, I think it does take away from the accomplishment, but it takes away the accomplishment for the person. And I think that I don't really like the notion of we shouldn't do something that makes the game better for a lot of people because some people will ruin it for themselves. You know, I feel like overall we should just want to make the game better and more enjoyable for the most amount of people. People are always going to cheat and find the most degen way to do everything, but I don't think that like everybody else should suffer because some people want to cheat. And you know, you'll know if you cheated or not, and you know that will cheapen your own success, I think. So yeah, but I have heard that argument that well, people will abuse it, but there's a lot of people who just straight up just die all the time from disconnecting. And I think it's better to just people want to cheat themselves out of a real win, then go for it. Let's put this one. There isn't any trophy, there isn't any rewards, it's not an esport, you know, it's like a 20-year-old game that people are just playing around on. There's no like monetary reward. I understand there's more in situations where like maybe, you know, there is some like tournament or something in play. Or it is an esport, or it's somehow people's like competition, but it's just a free game mode. From Blizzard's perspective, they're just too deep to hire GMs. Yeah. That's what I mean though. I was like, I'm pretty sure they could just have an automated system where it's like, did this person disconnect? Did they die around the time that they disconnected? And just be like, when the person does a request, it just revives their character. bottom. But yeah, there's definitely not like GMs the way that they used to be. They don't have the staff for the number of players that there are. What the fuck is going on over there? What the hell? A lot of turns. Oh, is this the triple group thing or whatever? We got 2 people. Decaf 3 and Ghosty 3. Attempt number 3. I think they had it where like you would play together for hardcore, but if one of the people died, then the whole group killed themselves. So like you didn't want your teammates to die because it meant you had to start over too. But yeah, I feel like it's just something that's supposed to be for fun that people enjoy, and people want to be sweaty about it and abuse it, then don't let that ruin it for everybody else. But what, for real though? What is so hardcore about this if you did not die in like ages? It's just if you die once, that you're dead. You have to start over. That's why it's hardcore. You don't get a second chance. Gimme, gimme. So like if I just randomly died to this plane strider, my character would be gone. I wouldn't be able to play him anymore. So everything is more dangerous, so you can't like fight certain things, or if you fight them and you die, then that's it. Boop. It feels easy. It's just because I'm so good at the game. You don't even... I'm just a pro, you know? Like, I make it look easy. Ignore the fact that they are gray. I'm definitely just a professional. It's not trust. Yeah. It's so easy to get distracted. To pull too many enemies, to do a quest that you shouldn't do, to fight an enemy that you shouldn't fight, to run into a hyper-spawned room, to be standing somewhere and randomly elite patrol comes up and kills you. You tab out of the game for a second and something kills you while you're looking away. You are auto-running and fall off of a bridge. Your teammate's in a dungeon suck and everybody dies. It's actually really difficult. This is only level 17, it goes to 60, but a very, very large number of people die under level 10 because if you're a level 10 warrior and you charge one of these cats right now, you'll probably die. Like, you probably can't kill both of these cats. I know that looks super easy, like, oh, well, I just walk up and kill him, but like a level 10 warrior, you can't do that. Or if he had charged them and survived that, this level 12 one just walked up behind me and I didn't even see him. So he would have died. So you have to know, like, the limits of your character and what you can fight. But there's also some RNG involved with it because enemies can dodge, parry, evade, resist. So normally you might be able to kill something very easily, but if you get really fucking unlucky, it could just be like, dodge, parry, and you just die. So there's also some luck into it. But you have to know, like, when do you need to run? How much can you handle? I remember last time you were not sure you could survive or do well. Yeah. There's no way to predict spawn times on enemies. You can find yourself deep in a cave network and suddenly large numbers of mobs start spawning around. Yeah. So you can kill a bunch of enemies, and then they all just respawn on you, and you just die. I'll shut up then, I don't want to jinx it. Yeah. But it definitely is not easy if people wouldn't do it. It was easy. But it's not more about like gameplay. So maybe that's part of why it like looks easy, is because a lot of it is knowledge. So it's not like, man, I'm super pro, I'm like pressing all these buttons and doing all this shit that's fancy to get there. It's like knowing I can fight that enemy, knowing I can fight 2 of those enemies, knowing that if I fight 3 of them I might be able to do it, and knowing if I fight 4 that I will die. Knowing that this enemy stuns me for 12 seconds if I engage it. Like, it's knowledge and avoiding those situations. So if you avoid those situations, it looks much easier. But like that RFC run that I did, yeah, it looked really fucking easy. It was probably one of the best RFC runs I've done, which is crazy considering it was the hardcore one, but he was like chain pulling even. I can't even get them to do that in the normal version of the game. Usually in like the normal version, my tank will be like, alright, we pulled one pack. Let me like turn like keyboard turn backwards, look at my group. Okay, keyboard turn backward. Okay. Let me do one of these. Oh, no, we're not gonna do it. Oh. And then face pull it. It's like, it's so different. It's like night and day. You type in Twitch chat during your own fight. Basically, the challenge is just to stay focused. Yeah, so much of the challenge for hardcore is like streaming hardcore because it's so easy to get distracted. Like, if you're like fighting and you don't really, or you're like talking to chat and you don't realize like your group has done something fucking crazy. And you're like, oh no, I'm dying. Or you like butt pull something because you look down at chat for a second. So, the focus, not getting like zoned out while you're playing. The one cave I almost died in because I forgot I was playing hardcore. I was like, yeah, I could fight all this shit, and I was like, oh, I should not try that. I was like, I will care if I die. It's a WoW knowledge check, yeah. It's like a quiz. I think they should have implemented challenges or special compliments into the game. Yeah, I figured they would have done that after like re-releasing it a second time, that they would have added in achievements, like to the hardcore server at least. Like, I know it's supposed to be like not no changes, but pretty close to no changes. But I definitely think they could have added in a like hardcore challenge systems, especially since these characters will go to a real server afterwards. So I think it would have been really cool if they implemented achievements so people knew when they went to the PvE servers, like they could have a title like something for hardcore, but all the hardcore characters. So they would know who came from there and who actually got to 60 from the hardcore. So I think that, yeah, you're right. They definitely should have done that. Like they use in OnlyFans. It does not change the game, you're right. That's what I'm saying. I think you're right. That's a good idea. They should definitely add achievements. Because they had those for the solo self-found add-on, like the hardcore add-on originally. Like you could do different achievements for like, I don't know, doing it fucking naked or something, or only wearing like certain pieces of armor, or doing certain quests before a certain level, or stuff like that. So that would have been cool. They should have done it. I still think there's time that they could do it. I mean, it's a little late, and I think people would be kind of upset that they had already gone past it or hit 60 before the achievements, but I think at least like hitting level 60 could be a retroactive achievement that they could give. Some type of title that they could keep when they go to a PvE server. They still use the add-on, and the streamers do at least? Yeah. I think a lot of them are still doing it because they're doing that version of the solo self-found, because the game has a version of it, like you can check SSF, but it's not the same as the add-on. Like the add-on still has a better version. And I think the add-on still only allows you to do one of each dungeon, and the one in the game lets you do multiple dungeons. So the add-on one is more difficult. That's definitely the most difficult version. Because you can't like group with people for quests, you can only do a dungeon one time, you can't use the mailbox, you can't use the auction house. And then there's also the additional challenges that you can do to make it even more difficult. Which, props to those guys, because I feel like it's difficult enough without any challenges added on, or being able to buy gear or trade with people, or farm gear out of a dungeon if it's like lower level, just to get like good gear to keep moving on. Gotta find some higher level plane striders. I think I can manage some green plane striders at least instead of the gray ones. Oh, see, like this person's name is fucking DC, like, so this is somebody who lost their character probably to a disconnect. Which is just shit. You know, people play video games because they don't want to deal with the shit that they have to deal with in real life, things that aren't their fault, that they still have to deal with. So when they come into a video game and they still have to deal with things that aren't their fault, like a disconnect killing their character, it makes them resent the video game. And I think that's bad for the health of the game. Sam's next chat, my fucking chat. Probably. That's why I die in Valheim all the time. It should be my fucking Valheim character's name. My fucking chat. Absolutely. I died so much to chat. 90% of my deaths are your guys' fault. I still use the add-on just so I can see the global death alert. Schadenfreude. You just want to see people suffer. I can't lie, I kind of want to do it too, just so I can see when people die. Trying to like scan for enemies because I can't see them through the trees. What are you inviting me for? Get out here. I'm just trying to get some mushrooms. And just to disable it so I can use the auction house. You don't use it for what it's actually intended. You only see it so you can see people die. That's amazing. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm trying to mug you. Look the other way. So I don't know like when I pickpocket them, I can see the window pop up that I looted them, but I definitely don't immediately get that. So I don't know if I get it at the end when I loot them overall, or if I just lose it. I have no way to tell. But all I know is that it pops up and then disappears, and I do not immediately get it. These guys are spicy. Spicy turtle. You see, like something like that, it's just a fucking turtle. You're like, that's not hard, it's just a turtle. I almost die. I mean, I had a lot of almost die, and is I can't just stand and auto attack it. Isn't it just spam because people constantly die? Well, maybe he's into that, you know? It's not a ton, to be honest, but being able to see what they died to and also shows the last message they typed before they died is just too fun. Seeing some warrior's last words is, "Nah, I got this," is pure gold, yeah. I was watching the one guy and it was like, his last words, they pulled out like the death logs for it and they're like, oh, his last words were just LOL. It is very funny, I think, seeing people's last words. That's probably the best part. It's less about seeing that the person had died and more about seeing what the last thing they had said was. Like, yeah, I got this, or this will be easy. No, don't pull that. Tempting fate. No, I got this. Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, I found this keg. Give me that keg. Oop, I didn't know they couldn't get it too. I did think it stayed. I didn't know it would go away. I thought he could just pick it up after me. Whoops. Alright, I got spit on a whole bunch though. It's alright, they're on their third character. Maybe I'll see Decath 4 later. Maybe I sap this one? Nope. I turned around. Oh, this one's like smooshy. Yeah, I told him I thought I would say. He's like, no, you didn't. He just spit on me. It's amazing. It's like going to check the weird noise in the basement at the obviously haunted house while saying, I'll be right back here. We'll be fine, guys. I'll be right back. Let's split up. Oh, buddy. He just kept running into more and more stuff. Alright, let's get over here. I think I saved him. I'm pretty sure he was gonna die. He kept healing himself too. Yeah. Like the one guy, they get out of a group. Apparently there's like somewhere that you can accidentally like slide down. It doesn't look like you'll slide, but you'll die. And they're like, stay safe, guys. And they turned around and like walked down and just slid to their death and died. Great last words. You get this one? Oh man, you finally get to eat tonight. You were this close to going to bed hungry. Last ditch effort and make yourself some food. Oh, that's actually an upgrade. I like gave somebody shoulders once, like gray shoulders, because I didn't have any. And they weren't equipping them, and I was like, can you equip the shoulders I gave you? And he's like, they're gray. And I'm like, but you're not wearing any. Like they didn't understand that they could equip gray items, I guess. I don't know. I was like, that's certainly an attitude that nothing is better than something. I love the Deathlog add-on saying last words like, good job, and that was close. We got this. Don't worry about it. I don't know if it's funnier for the ones that say that, like, we got this, or the one that's like, don't do that. Damn. I hit you with the big fish. Mm.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real. Be good. Have a good one.
Oh no. Hell no. I ain't doing that. Oh, where was it? What's it called? Harpy, Kolkar. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Ain't doing that. Some quests that I just do not want to do. They just suck. Let's die again. They were flagged a second ago. This is for Wailing Caverns. We're not doing that for a long time.
Yo,
I'm not doing this shit.
keep it real.
Why don't... Let's see.
Yo.
Anything good? Nope. Nothing else from you.
Doing?
Nothing from him.
Yo. Have
Sure
a
could
good one.
use your help, kid.
South Sea Brigands. That's probably fine. Oh, I have a quest for him. Renix.
What's up?
Oh, this is who I was supposed to talk to. Another one, the last 5 that crazy troll sent to me ended up as shark food. Let's hope we fare a little better. Yeah, let's hope I fare a little better. I don't think a shark would like me very much. I'm lacking some meat. Just like a little bit, you know? Probably get stuck in his teeth. I don't mean to scare you, but the last 5 thieves I sent to steal the South Sea treasure. Oh my god, there's too many fucking S's in that sentence. Treasure came back to me in pieces. South along the coast, you'll find Tide Razor, South Sea freebooter ship, nestled in the hold is the payoff. The South Sea Treasure. Is this the one where everybody dies of poly? It is. On the second level of that ship is the Pirate's Den. Wait, nestled in the hold is the payoff, the South Sea Treasure. On the second level of that ship is the Pirate's Den, a place where they train all their thieves. Board the ship, steal the treasure, and bring it back to me. Use the Pirate's Den if you need to practice your thievery, but be careful. Do not forget to get an ECAC and Thieves' Tools from Renix's Gizmotronic Apparatus. You will need both of these items to complete your mission. Should you be attacked by any unusually hostile parrots, use your ECAC. So, hopefully I don't die to this, but I know that a lot of rogues die to this quest because they try to kill the parrot.
Have a good one.
Then we'll read this. Thieves' Tools. ECAC. Okay. Like, it even it like spits out fireworks and shit and everything. You're like, please take these items from me to do this quest. And, I guess they still don't. Parrots love crackers. Okay. Well, we'll keep that for Polly when we do that. Seal, this quest is the perfect example of how people die on hardcore. If you are slow acting or don't realize you need to use an item, you'll die in a couple seconds. Yeah, so, like, if they didn't read the quest and just go do it, like, they just follow questing and go do it, and did not pick up the crackers, and don't put the crackers on their bar, then they have this giant fucking parrot attacking them, and they're trying to, like, either look through their bags to find the item while they're fighting it and dying to it, or they don't know that they can even use the crackers at all and just die. So, it might be easy, but it's not easy if you don't know what you're doing. I think that's how it is for most things in life, though. It's easy if you know what you're doing.
For the Horde. Farewell.
Well, this is like you either a WoW lorebeard or you're screwed. Some of it is being a WoW lorebeard, but some of it is just reading the quest. Like, all you had to do was read the quest. Like, it does tell you what you need to do. But not all of them do. And there's no, like, description for, like, what an enemy will do to you. Like, if you're just fighting it in the world and it's not, like, an actual mob. Or an actual, like, quest mob. So. No. I'll come back for that one later anyway. Not if you're a politician. Or if you pay $19.99 for an arrow on your screen that tells you the most optimal way to quest. Yes, so the other thing is a lot of people buy this add-on called Rested XP, which like just tells you what quests to do quickly and easily. So you can get to max level very fast without a lot of trouble. I ain't doing that though. I'll go my own way. Play my own way. Do you think that there might be some things for me to kill in this general area? I think there's some things for me to kill in this general area. Also, back in the day, we didn't have add-ons like this, so the map was just blank, and you had to read your quest to figure out what to kill and where to go. And sometimes the quests were not very good at doing that. Like, they didn't really explain where you needed to go. But now you just have your whole map filled up with this. Very easy to read. I think it may be more than that. Even with it, I've died several times. Or just ask Raz, it's free, yeah. Come here, puppy. No! They always turn around the second I get to their butt. It's like they know. It's like I can feel disturbance near my butt. I prefer to not rip off The Little Man, HBO, Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, Disney all need my Tony vibe. I assume undead probably smell a tad. We're completely scentless. We bleach our bones. We're very clean and sterile. Thank you very much. You can sniff us and then pass out in the toilet. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Press sprint by accident. Maybe I don't want my shoot bow on that. I want this there, actually. Let's put it there. What the fuck do I have on these keybinds? I gotta figure out my keybinds later. There's something. I don't feel like I need to have a whole ass keybind per shoot. Like I'm not really doing it that often. I'd rather save it for something I actually want to quickly access. I'm not usually in a dire situation to press shoot bow. Since I can't even do that once they're in melee with me. Damn, how many times did I miss and dodge there? Oh my god. Sniffing and passing out in the toilet when I throw back to childhood. Oh my god. I don't, that's definitely not a childhood I've had. What the hell? I was talking about people who, like, use bleach and then kind of just die in the toilet, but... You are obviously alive, so that's not what happened. No, didn't pass out hitting the spears in the garden shed. No. And I even made it to adulthood. It's pretty good. Oop, I got 2 of them. I love evasion. Eat some root. Some root. Nom 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 nom. This is definitely how you eat. And I definitely have a stomach that works. I don't think this is a root though. This is a weird looking root. It looks like a bread. Be interesting if you could eat like that in real life. You just take a piece of bread and like smoosh it on your face and you're like, ah, that was That was perfect. Same way Charlie Kelly. I think I turned out maybe slightly better than Charlie Kelly did. I think. I don't have the trash man as my roommate, so I think I like slightly better off. You know, can't say I've never thought about that, not gonna lie. What, never thought about the gas thing? Oh, Gojo, giving off Charlie and Gang's vibe right now, yeah. It's hard to tell between the problem chats we have in here. Alright, I used gouge. We did it. I'm a proper rogue now. I don't know who these people are. Is that like Ted Maz? I don't know who that is. Have you ever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Feels like I'm talking to me right now and somebody's like, you don't know who this person is? And I'm like, no, I have no idea who that is. Which is my usual response. But I actually know who these people are. Oh, that show? No, never enough. Oh my god. It's so funny. It's definitely one of my favorite series. I feel like I need to go back and rewatch it. It's so good. It's very funny. It's especially funny because I did live in Philly for a while. And it does feel like that's the type of people that live there. Seems accurate. I was more into Real Housewives, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Okay. I'm such a Tammy. Oh my god. If you guys could re-experience anything for the first time, what would you choose? It'd probably be WoW, playing WoW again for the first time. This is so basic, considering I'm playing it now, but it was amazing playing WoW for the first time. But I guess like this wouldn't have like if I had played this for the first time now in the state that it is now, like it wouldn't be as amazing to me. It was only because like that was new at the time at my age. But if I could still recapture that feeling along with it, then yeah, I would say playing WoW for the first time was pretty damn amazing. I was always amazed at everything in the game. What about you? When my father said he loved me. Oh wait, that never happened. Oh my god. My first playthrough of Valheim, yeah, Valheim's pretty good. And playing Valheim for the first time was also pretty interesting. When I first played it, we don't need to talk about that. I don't need to out myself like this. Young enough. I know that some people know how to do math. Hamlet, Lord of the Rings, Fallout 3, and that sort of thing? What do you mean, Hamlet? It's cringe as fuck, but meeting my partner again, remember meeting her and it felt like all the pieces fell into place? Oh, that's nice. That's a cute one. Yeah, that's sweet. It's not cringe. Fuck anybody who says otherwise. I hate when people are like, it's cringy to like your girlfriend or your wife or something. I was like, what? And I was like, I think people are just jealous. They're mad that they don't have that kind of happiness. I just assume Sam is in her 20s. Yeah, I'm definitely in my 20s. If not at the first time, but I butt chugged a Coors Light. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I've graduated a long time ago in my early 20s and I'm still in my early 20s. Yes. I like how we went from something so wholesome to something so absolutely degenerate. The duality of man. It's not masculine to love your partner, you know? Yeah, it's you can't do that. You're not allowed to like your partner. It's just your 12th, 21st birthday. Exactly. That's right. It's gay to have sex with women according to the internet. Yeah, apparently. Was it degenerate because I said Coors Light? It could have been Natty is even worse. Oh my god. No, I think it was degenerate for probably you know, the other part of that sentence. Yeah, definitely. Definitely worse.
Hello.
We ain't doing the Guns N' Northwoods yet. Okay, well, we got to level 17. We did RFC and didn't die. We got spat on. We saved somebody's life. We got 2 new weapons. So I'd say that was a pretty good night, you know? So I will be back tomorrow for Valheim. I know. Seal is gonna lose his mind if I don't play Valheim tomorrow night. He's like, fuck this WoW game. What is see Valheim? But thank you guys for